I told my wife that I needed to take some time away from the house projects to get some maintenance done on some of these trucks out here. I never necessarily said which truck I'd be working on though. Hello, beautiful. How are you today? Oh, love it. Just love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Well, we're back at it. Little Mike's up visiting again. Yeah, getting the last of this together before we get it to paint. So we're gonna get the locking mechanisms in, get some welds cleaned up, get some gussets on. She'll be ready to work. Boom. If you remember right, Max D sent us these plates. So what we're doing is we're just taking the bottoms of them off since they were nice enough to paint them. That way we get a nice good weld when we attach them. Love it. What there? Gotta love doing things from memory because you didn't bring your trailer to the shop to compare it to, but I think we'll be all right. So while little Mike cleans up some more welds, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna lay some tube here. We're gonna run this down the length of this subframe here because we actually need to run wire all the way down the frame and then all the way back because of the winch, because you can't obviously run the wire straight to the winch, or as soon as this thing lifts off the trailer, it would just rip it right off. So we've got to run quite a bit of wire through this frame to that winch. And the best way to protect it is with something like that. Sheesh! It's like you know what you're doing. What in the Bane Batman crap is that on your face?
My Darth Vader mask.
Darth Vader mask. You don't want a little bit of paint fumes in you? You get exposed to that quite a bit?
It's to keep me from turning into Darth Vader.
Luke, I should have wore the mask. Might be the only welder in history that values their health in any way.
Yeah, I know.
There we go. Trevor couldn't resist. He saw us over here. He's like, oh, they're messing with something again. Better check to make sure they're doing it right. I think that will work.
Ready to go for a ride?
In that thing? How dare you tempt me with a good time? Gosh, dang, this thing's so clean. Never can get over that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, she pulls! She pulls! Woo! My boy! Woo! Freaking love it.
I leave for like 30 seconds and you're just standing around?
I decided to shoot out the lights.
Wait a second. What? What?
Don't ask me.
I really did. I come back and he's just standing there. I thought he was waiting on me for something, but there's no power here. I thought we might have blown a fuse or something, but I actually just checked in with the lady that works at Dollar General and she said no power. They're closed. So now we got to keep busy until that comes back on. Timber's just resting in the sun. In the meantime, what we're gonna do is we're gonna line up all of our gussets the way we want. Got these fancy magnets to kind of hold them in place. That way we've got them lined up, and maybe we'll do some cleaning up of some welds Some other spots we gotta hit because we still have a battery grinder we can use. These little Harbor Freight magnets, they are handy as can be. Heyo, we have power. I've got this area cleaned up so he can come in and weld it. Little Mike, Mike! My boy.
Hey, the power!
We got the power. Get over here. Start laying a bead. Well, we lost one part, so we had to get a little creative. We'll have to clean that up so it doesn't look so silly, but it does function properly. It's got that spring load in it. Love it. Perfect. Oh! Okay, you will hardly notice once there's paint on it, right? It's a little redneck. Couple of D-rings for locking down stuff and also using a snatch block if we need. Cleaning up some of my dirty work and we're about done here. Yeah, I mean, some of my really bad stuff, he's cleaning up. What do you think of that?
I think she looks pretty.
Purdy? That looks purdy. Little D-ring to lock down the winch when we're not using it. I like that. I think we're gonna call it. What do you think, Mike?
It's been a long, sweaty day.
Yeah, it is pretty toasty in here. It doesn't help with all the flooding that happened in here, besides the fact that it's super humid. There's bugs everywhere. You can just feel the gnats floating around. You might even be able to see them by his head. They're really bad, so we had to air out the whole place just so we could tolerate it. But it's all right. We used the space. We're able to get what we needed done. But a lot more to come with this, and I'll keep you posted. Well, since we're running into the weekend, we're gonna get a dumpster picked up. That way it's loaded for Monday. Sully's out here helping me out, taking a break from the truck. So we're gonna get this bad boy loaded. I know that this customer just got a brand new roof, so we can expect it to be a little heavy, but not too bad. When you're in this business, you always need to ask the customer how many square the roof was. It helps you judge the weight. How many square and how many layers are gonna be on that roof. That way you don't go from thinking you're gonna pick up a 2-ton dumpster to picking up an 8-ton dumpster or a 10-ton dumpster. Because shingles get really heavy, really fast. And you learn really quick what you need to ask about when somebody says, hey, I need a dumpster for a roofing job. When we roll up to these jobs, one of the first things we do is look for nails. Because they're the first thing that you're gonna catch in your tire when you're loading this bad boy up. That'll mean an immediate flat. I'm letting Sully run the winch. We're actually just got her in reverse and it just makes it a lot easier to pick up. This trailer's a little older, so she takes it a little slower, but she always gets it loaded. Loaded and ready for next week. Keegan and I are running full bore. We just made it into the landfill. Climbing up this big old hill. Second gen pushes it through. Let's go, heavy load. Oh boy. No spinning, no spinning. Oh, we got it, no worries. Keegan's out. I'm going in. Piece is bumping today. It's all dry now too. I wonder if the landfill would sell me that. If you know why I need that, you're a pretty good follower on this channel. Well, this is why we love the landfill so much. Good thing we got a spare. Looks like we caught something pretty good. Look at that. Yeah, something in there really did a number. Wow. We were gonna need a new one soon, but that's still a bummer. Because that's not gonna get patched. Took a lot of PB blaster, but we got them off and back on. Definitely did it the hard way. We're back on the road, but man, that was rough. It started raining, and of course, I basically changed it with a socket set because I always make sure Keegan has the better tools in the truck, you know, the drills, the air hammers, everything he needs to change a tire and get back on the road quickly, since I'm usually just kind of backfilling the extra stuff. So that was not a fun way to do it, especially since one of those nuts was super tight on that trailer. I'm pretty sure I just got a hernia from the amount of effort I put into pulling that off. But we're back on the road within about 30 minutes and we're hammering it out. Oh, do I have news for you guys. This is fantastic. So we got through that really hectic day. Had a couple of flats, Had a couple, dumpsters that were just a pain to get loaded, but it was busy. We're running into the busy part of this week as well because it is a holiday weekend. But that is not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about this bad boy. I came to check in on the shop today, but I just wrapped up some conversations with a really cool company. You may have heard of them if you're in the industry. Mack Corporation is a family-owned dumpster business, and all they do is build dumpsters all day long. They are at least 3 generations deep, and they can build any type of dumpster. Any size, any rails type, any type of dumpster for the industry. So I know they make flatbed roll-offs, they make watertight cans, they make just standard rail, non-standard rail, roll-off containers. That is their specialty. And that's what we need for this. We need a custom fit setup. So we are gonna have a couple different roll-offs that are gonna go on this truck that will be specific for its rail design, its length, which is all oddball because of what I've done to it. But it allows me to pick up the cans specific to this truck that fit it and looks nice and pretty for, show purposes. And also it allows me to pick up the ones out there, the ones that already fit my trailer. So I'm super excited to show you what they're capable of doing. And I think what they end up putting on the back of this is just gonna be showstopper. It's gonna bring the whole project together because at the end of the day, the truck's cool, right? The truck's really cool, just as it sits. And there's a lot more we're gonna do to it. But can you imagine a couple different options sitting on the back of there that we can just roll down the highway with? Giant billboard. I mean, it feels so complete. And I think it is going to be a great partnership between us and Mack getting it, because we got to get them measurements. We got to have them everything they need because they want to do it right. And they already told me that, and I'm super excited to work with them. So stay tuned for that because this is going to be incredible. Just imagine it. We got the roll-off truck with a flatbed. We've got what I call my mini tank here, the skid sitting on the back of it. One day we could have a bucket on there. I don't know. We could have a plate on there that holds an a paintball gun, so you can operate the paintball gun from inside. We can, go paintballing with it. So we do all kinds of stuff, and it would just look so cool riding around on the back of that 750, that little vintage truck. So having that, and then of course being able to use it for brush jobs, trash work, and then also moving gravel. That dump truck is going to be such a cool project to actually complete on this channel. But I hope you guys are as excited as I am. I'm like speechless that we are pulling this all together. Finally found somebody who could kind of custom make it. That company over there, stand up guys. I got to meet them out at the Vegas trade show, the Waste Expo. Really excited to meet him in person because I had talked about it over the phone a few times, and we're finally making it happen, and I love it. We're back at tearing out the apartment building that we bought, and I'm probably going to get in trouble by the city. I can already see somebody coming by to complain about this. So yesterday I was here working, and I almost got hit by a car pulling out of here because they just whip in and out, and I was having to walk across the street with debris because that was the only spot I could find to actually park. So I'm going to do this for as long as somebody lets me. There we go. It's a little better than have to walk across the street. Tore out all of this. Take a look at this. This is really cool. There is the ceiling that used to be in here. This is how much more height we have in here. A lot to do. This is the part that's going to get messy. Got a little bit of plaster and drywall here that's all getting torn out. It's going to kind of open up what is going to be the living room in this apartment. But Keegan better hurry up because I need some help. We've got a lot of stuff to move out of here. Well, I just checked docket and it looks like he's just kind of like hanging out at the shop. He's been there for a while. He better not be trying to get out of helping me load all this. Oh! Getting there, starting to see the living room come together. If you guys follow the channel, you guys have already seen this apartment before, but I do think this will be one of my biggest projects to date. There is a lot to do in here. It just seems like everything needs touched, but I love this part. Opening up a space and realizing how much more room and potential you have is incredible. I think coming through this front door and having this all out, turning this into one big living space is going to be just a game changer for this entire apartment. I mean, at a bottom floor apartment with 1.5 baths, 2 bedrooms, and a large kitchen with the laundry on the first floor, this is going to be a great unit. And just the best part about having a dumpster business is being able to do this kind of stuff yourself really helps the bottom line. That's all there is to it. We filled the bad boy up. Keegan's gonna go ahead and take it on this truck. That way I can stay back and kind of get a little bit more work done. Keep the momentum going. While Keegan's emptying that dumpster from the apartment, I'm gonna get the last dumpster I have available for the weekend to a customer. Looks like a storm's coming too. I couldn't leave without checking on my baby though, so I hope you guys enjoyed the channel. It has been a long week for us, and I hope you can stick with us for some future content because I am stoked. Make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know what you want to see done to this truck. We've got a budget. We're gonna kind of stick to it as best we can. I'm sure I'm gonna spend more than I expect, but we are gonna continue to pour into this. I think this will be my marketing just masterpiece for this business. It's gonna be in my little grocery getter, the things that I run around town in that just display the Rolling Operations brand as best as I can. And it's gonna be with the help of Mac Corporation. That big old can sitting on the back here, I just know is gonna look great. So don't forget, an object in motion stays in motion. So we're gonna just keep on rolling.